here. So another day, another video here. So I'm just gonna talk more about this white supremacy thing here. And from what I have been able to gather and see for myself, and I can also tell with history, especially in the not just in the apartheid history, but also even the one they have in the USA with Uncle Sam's system, and even here in the UK, that this thing is very much have a driving force of fear here, that white people have fear towards the existence of non-white people here. The fear of like the others or the other person, the othering, the alien, the inferior, the one who is not white in a sense. Not in a sense, that's just what it is, man. Fear. And this is really no different to what they have been demonstrating my case here. The fear of me, the fear of that someone with my destiny exists basically. And I think this is not even just about the fact that this destiny is about being a queen over them here, but it's more to do with that someone like me exists at all. Because if it's just about the fear of their kingdom, their nation, it's like, just let me be, man. Because like we all know through history, like how many people have been stopped from marrying someone in any monarchy here, all over the white nations. People have always been stopped. So that is not even the issue. To me, I see the issue as the fact that I just exist. That this excellency is not supposed to exist in a non-white person, basically. And this is also what the video I uploaded yesterday about the white supremacy military camp in South Africa. For those of you who can look at that video, you will see that these youths, they are being wired to psychologically have fear towards black people, the fear of multiculturalism, to the extent that the South African flag needs to be burned because it's so colorful. That is exactly what this commander in this training army is using here, that this flag is colorful, a representation of the South African society that Mandela has been selling, which is a deception and a lie. This is what he tells his youth, that Mandela is deceiving them about this, we all together, this is a lie. And this South African flag, the colorfulness of it represent that, and that needs to be burned away, basically. And you can also see in these youths, they're talking, and it's just fear all over them. Even in the training camps, they're just in fear. So this is clearly a fear thing with these white people and their white supremacy here. And just like what I've even seen here in London throughout this public gladiator show, because this has been a gladiator show, man. I have to be hitman. I have to die, all this publicly, and also like just the behavior of these white women. Like, I'm not even doing nothing here, and what is it again? Like, where is this Prince William? But yeah, based on this man alone, there is no basis for any of these things here, because the man is not really fun. They haven't said nothing here. It's all about them and their fear situation going on here. Like I've seen many times as well, even just on public transport, where white men are literally in fear. Like you can see that they almost want to pee their pants by the presence of ethnic minority men here. And this is not something I've seen just for them demonstrating with black men, but also other ethnic minority male groups as well, where they're literally in fear by just this man being on that bus, this man just talking to each other and not even caring about existence. These white men are literally in fear. They almost want to pee their pants, man. I mean, like, what I can say basically is like this white supremacy thing here, it is a problem created by white people for white people for the beneficiariness of white people, because this is what it's about, them being superior and dominant. And they say that God desires this. This we know that, I don't know what other religions here would say that a God would have a superiority mindset towards anybody here, but certainly my religion, the Bible I read, does not say anything like that. In fact, even the Jewish ethnic group, the nation of Israel, that is God's elect, God never described them as being superior or above anyone here. He just selected them for some kind of a priesthood racial group where it is through them and they living and evangelizing him as God, everyone else is supposed to come to him as a God, but not that they are above everyone else, they should dominate people. No, that's not biblical. But these white people have, for some reason, in many forms of religions that are supposed to be Christian, biblical, saying that this is a Bible thing here and saying that God will support this, not white race superior. Like even the video uploaded yesterday, they said that in the Bible it says that black people are inferior, they're low, this, that. This is nowhere in the Bible, man. This is nowhere in the Bible, man. This is something white people have also depend upon, and from what I'm seeing here, this is because they already have a God spirit in them, the white supremacy God, and they will force this view towards whatever religion they mingle themselves into, basically, because they already have a God system for themselves. So whatever religion they now try to practice here, they're going to automatically try to turn that and shift that towards what they know to be God here, basically. And also, like what I've been seeing here, like I already addressed this before, that these people they have an expectation, they have a retarded, deranged mindset here that the one they are subject to all these things, because I'm not dying, because I refuse to die, because the God spirit in me, Jesus Christ, will not let me die, because he's already a dead man. Because this is what the Bible says, that I died with Christ, I'm buried in him. So I am already a dead person because I died with Christ. My life is in him. You cannot kill a dead person. This is biblical. But I cannot die because I'm already dead in Christ. The only time I'm going to physically die is when this dead Christ tells me it's time for me to leave this earth. That's when I will die, not before that. No one else can speed up my death or force my death. That's just impossible because I'm already dead in Christ Jesus. My life is hidden in him. The life I now live is not my life, but Christ lives in me. But in all this, because they are failing in getting rid of me, whatever suffering I've thrown away, I've not committed suicide. Whatever shame and shit they're doing here, like I said, these people literally have to rearrange their TV surveillance witchcraft towards my vagina. They have to see the opening of my vagina when I put in tampons, so they can buy all these things, and I'm not committing suicide here. So because I'm not dying and I have the audacity to still survive, then I am the one responsible for finding a solution for everything. We're not talking about me finding a solution for myself. No, I have the responsibility, according to these white people, to find a solution for them as well. And all the things I've been addressing here publicly here, even about the white supreme thing here, that how that is probably a white woman and things like that, these white people still have the audacity that I'm the one who have to find a solution for this stinking rot. Like, I'm the one who have to fix this large vagina, I'm the one who have to change to the white woman, I'm the one who have to what? Excuse me. But this is not just what they're showing in my case, this is what white supremacy is, because just look out throughout all over the place, here in the UK, wherever people will cry out against white people, because this is what people do everywhere. It doesn't matter where in the world, what time in history, whenever these white people somehow coexist with other people, there is going to be a problem always. Someone tell me I'm wrong by making this statement. Where in history, in any part of the world, did these white people coexist with anybody for a period of 10 years and more, where there did not arise any problem with race and racism and white supremacy? Someone give me an example, because I don't think you're going to find one, basically. But every time this happens, it is you, the victims, you the subject of this evil brutality. You're the one who have to find a solution for everything. Someone tell me I'm wrong with this, because it's not you, the colored, the blacks, the non-whites, who are the ones always going around campaigning for equality, campaigning for human rights. You're the ones always crying out about you being a victim, but at the same time you're the one also having to run to bootleg and diaper the white ass, because it is you who are the one always saying that we all are created by God equally. Because how many times have white people spoken these words themselves, that God created everyone equally, there's no difference in white and black? Which white campaigners, activists, freedom fighter here ever campaigned that to anybody? This is always coming from the non-white population. They're inferior, they're victim of white supremacy. It's you guys who are doing all the things. You're the ones who are always going around fighting for the right to be friends with these white people. You're the ones fighting for the right to live at peace with them. You're the one fighting for your right to get along with them. You did not create the problem. You are not the one under white supremacy. You're not the one who have any need and desire to dominate or be in conflict. No one here. But it's you who is always one who have to campaign, activize, and cry out about these things here. Why is that? This is not right in any way, any shape or form. There's nothing logical or reasonable about why you, the victim of a situation, should be the one responsible to always be doing this. Because why can't white people do this themselves? Because it is their problem. They are the perpetrator here, they are the criminal here, they are the beast here, they are the problem, white supremacy, but they are not doing it. You are the one who have to keep doing it. Why is that? And where has it led anybody here? Because up to today, people can still say this white people are racist everywhere. It's probably everywhere, man. But it's you who have to be the solution to fighting for this right, to have peace with them, the right to be their friends, the right to have them in your lives, the right for them to smile at you and be polite to you and nice to you and see you as a human being. But they don't have to do any of that towards you. Why is that? Because they are the problem, man. Because they are the problem, man. You don't want to have to go around campaigning. You don't want to have to go around advertising and promoting this peaceful, loving, all same, all humanity thing. White people are not doing that. They never really did it. There's not even a strong enough documentary recording white people even addressing these matters in extent they should, because it is their problem. They're the one responsible. They are the criminals in this white supremacy and racism problem here. But you don't want to have to go around doing all that. In all this, you have to understand them. You have to understand them, the troubles they have with accepting you, the troubles they have with acknowledging you. You're the one who have to go around understanding all these things. In all this, they never themselves actually address them. Because someone tell me now, how are you going to come up with any solution when the subject, the foundation, the rock of the problem is not even doing what they're supposed to do? Because it's the same white people who have been teaching people that for you to move forward with anything, to solve a problem, you have to address your problems, but they don't address the white supremacy though. Instead, they keep covering up, perfuming dirt, a very dirty, stinking, rotten white body here who needs to bath with crystal clear water with a very strong sponge of soap. Doesn't do it. He keeps covering the sweat, the dirt of his body. Well, we just move on. Okay, like for example, I saw yesterday a documentary about the genocide in Namibia, how that still affects people today. And these white people over there, the majority of them, it seems to me like these are very strong dominant majority here, where they still will not even recognize that genocide even existed. They will just briefly acknowledge that wrongdoings were done, such as that people were killed, yeah, you lost your lands and this and that, and poverty and reason. They're not exactly directly saying, yes, we, the Germans, we, the white people, coming here as colonizers, we caused this problem. No, they never accept that. Yes, indeed, something did happen, but we are not really responsible. And a genocide never even happened. So instead of you focusing on what we have done, how about you just focus on what you need now, such as we provide for you hospitals, schooling, and housing. Now you tell me, how are you going to provide for me housing, hospitals, and schools when you are still living by this is your meal, your foundation, your life, in the same white supremacy you came and destroyed us with, in the same system white supremacy you have kept us in this condition. You haven't acknowledged that, you won't even accept the responsibility, and then you're still going to provide for me what I need now. That's not going to happen. It simply doesn't work because you haven't even acknowledged who you are, you haven't addressed who you are, what you do, and what effect your mere presence in this community of mine have on me. You haven't acknowledged that, so there's no way you're going to provide me what I need. Get that straight, people. They're not going to provide for you what you need if they cannot address the problem that's causing that inequality, that oppression, that problem you have. You tell me now, I'm going to be straight with you guys. You're just sitting on the bench in the park, someone comes start beating you, insulting you, spitting upon you. This is all they do every time they come to the park. But when you confront them about their behavior towards you, no, they never did anything here. They keep doing it every day, man. Every time you come to the park, that is their behavior towards you. But when you confront them, no, they didn't do nothing. Okay, perhaps, yes, I can see some bruises on your eyes. Yeah, there's some bruises on your eyes. Yeah, I did cripple you, you can't walk, you're halting. But instead of you focusing on what I have done to cause you those bruises and broken legs, why don't you just focus on how I can just come and give you ice cream? Excuse me, how are you going to give me ice cream when all you do whenever you see me in this park is to beat me black and blue? You even refuse that you do these things to me, but now you're going to give me ice cream? This is exactly the same scenario we're talking about here with the apartheid system that's still going on in South Africa, Namibia, and racing all over the world. There is no such thing as just moving forward quietly by ignoring things. You have to address and destroy dismantling white supremacy. That needs to be done for anything to move forward here. And in my opinion, no one here who is not a white person here have any responsibility to be fighting on the stand or nothing here. You don't, because you are the victim of the situation. You're the target of the situation. You're the one who is the subject of the wickedness, devilism, and evilness of white supremacy and racism. So you don't have any responsibility to go around peace talking something. You're the one who has to be the peacemaker. The problem that is responsible for you not having peace, the problem that is structured, organized to make you at ease and at war all the time, it is you who have to be the peacemaker of that. Anything right with any of this? Seriously, is anything really reasonable with any of this? And how are you going to get your peace when your war opponents won't even address that? They won't even acknowledge that war with you. They won't even address whatever they've done to you. They won't even say that you're an enemy. But you're still going to achieve peace with these people? That's impossible, man. It's very, very impossible here. And I personally, I'm not going to even consider these white people whatsoever, because they don't consider no one here. That is what they have demonstrated in my situation. This is what you can find throughout history. They don't really consider no one here. They only get along with you in terms of their own reputation and their own fairness of what you can do to them if they don't somehow feed you what your ear want to hear. But then their actions keep demonstrating the opposite. Because why is it that this thing keep going on and on and on? And they can still keep moving forward with this fake moving forward, but not address the problem, because the heart of the matter is they don't even want to really addressed the problem of white supremacy. They really don't want to. They want to keep going on because they believe by heart that they are God's created people here. They are like they're supreme. They're actually the only real authentic human beings. This is how they feel, and this is what they really want to continue to exist. And like I've done in my case here, that I have no rights here, I'm vulnerable, I'm on a witchcraft, all this stuff is against me. They can do anything here, no limitation. The same people who even have non-white partners, they have mixed race children, the same people who have colleagues in here and there, they're the ones who are acting as to move forward more than the white people here. All got involved in this. When they see that I'm vulnerable enough for them to do whatever they want, they will do it. Yet I'm the one who have to be the peacemaker here. I'm the one who have to decide to be at peace with them. I'm the one who have to advocate for them and understand their insecurity problem and fight for that and dismantle the white supremacy and solve their problems for them. There is nothing right about this whatsoever. And like I've said in last video, you mean to tell me that based on what you have been used as your reason to be fighting me and expose me to your real white supremacy you usually can't demonstrate, which is that I'm the wife of your prince, and that makes me your future queen here. You have been using that reason to fight me. So if that is actually who I am, that is a very powerful person, a very powerful individual here. Now, someone as powerful as I am, you mean to tell me that I can't just go back to Namibia and establish a kingdom there? You mean to tell me that this power I have to be your queen, I cannot just use it to destroy altogether? Because a queen can build, establish, and make something perfect strong, which means I can do the opposite as well. No? Am I right or wrong here? I can do the complete opposite as well. So now, which one is more beneficial for me here? To suffer under white supremacy and fight for my right to be seen by them, to fight for my right to be acknowledged by them, to fight for my right to be respected by them, to fight for my right to even just live at all. At the same time, I have to clean up the white supremacy mess. Or I should just completely separate myself, completely reject them, and just fight them straight and destroy them. Which one is more beneficial for me here? Any reasonable person here, you will know that the latter is more beneficial for me. And this is really no difference to all of you out there. There is no benefit in you to be fighting for these people when they themselves not even fighting their own problem here. They won't even acknowledge that they are a problem. Yeah? They won't even acknowledge their problem here. They just want to clean and hide their problems here and continue to be a plague, a virus, and a problem for everyone here. You're supposed to suffer like that, and you're still supposed to live under this delusion, this hypothetical peace, freedom thing. You're the one who have to keep fighting for all that and solve all that problems still. Yeah? No, honestly, white supremacy is not my problem. I'm the victim of the situation. I'm the receiving object of their wickedness and brutality. So I don't have any responsibility to fight for it or help it in any way. I don't, because I'm the victim, the target of the problem. That's just the plain truth, man. I don't have any responsibility. No one else here, non-white person here, have any responsibility or all these white people, nothing here. Because it's not a story if they could demonstrate to people here that they first of all acknowledge their problem and they accept that the white supremacy is wrong and they want to destroy it and accept and declare that they need help with it and ask for the help, then it would be a different story. But these people haven't done any of it. But you're supposed to just love them and be the Superman and superhero and run to their aid, and they're the one who will profit of that regardless still. Like the story about the mixed race communities in Namibia and South African history that these groups have always been the others for the white people. But these white people still expect them to be loyal to them, that they're supposed to fight for them and be on their side in anything here. But they are still not white though, and these white people can still come and beat them and kill them here and there, but they have no right to retaliate or go against whiteness here. And once they do that, well, the entire white army comes against them to destroy them and wipe them out completely. This is what kind of life these people want to keep living in. So now I'm not going for that. I don't accept that, man. I have worth and value here. It's not my fight. It's not my war. No, it's not my fight. It's not my war. My fight and my war is to fight the enemy force that's making me the victim situation, which is being against you, white people and your white supremacy. That is my fight. That is my war. Basically. These people expect me to be fighting tooth and nail here for them, and this Prince William, whatever is going on here, that's making him not do whatever he's supposed to be doing here. I'm the one responsible to go and deliver this prince here. I'm the one who have to run to the castle. I'm the Shrek here. Prince William, the man, is Fiona in a castle, and I, the Shrek, have to run, go and rescue this prince from this tower. Anything natural about this man? Because it's like, this is the man. According to my Bible, man is the head of the household, and this is a culture thing all over the place. Man is the head. No woman is required to go around rescuing any man in the castle here. This is his war. He had to be a man and fight his war. That's just the plain truth, man. He have to be a man and fight his own war. It's his battlefield, not mine. Because he haven't come to my life physically, haven't married me, so I don't have an obligation to fight for this man or anything. That whatever going on with him, that is his war zone, not mine. It's not. Because where is he even doing anything in what's being done to me on account of him? Nothing, nowhere. So what business again do I even have to care or consider what's going on in his world? That is his war field, his war zone, it's his responsibility. It's nothing to do with me, man. It's nothing to do with me, man. And I have no interest to get into this kind of thing that these white people are up to, that in all these Prince William things, I have to kind of like be the freedom fighter, campaigner, even for them. That's not gonna happen, man. That's not gonna happen. And it's very clear to me that if I actually want to destroy white supremacy and fight it properly, I cannot actually have a white partner. To be honest, marrying a white man is not going to give me what I desire. I don't think you as a non-white person in marriage with a white person can actually fight white supremacy, dismantle, destroy it, because these white people, they have their own problems with the white supremacy, that even though some of them can say it's wrong somehow, but they still have this love of themselves, that they can pity themselves, feel sorry for themselves, and they somehow think you have to submit to something that doesn't apply to you. So I don't see how you can actually effectively fight and destroy white supremacy being married to a white person. To be honest, I think that is very problematic. I think that is honestly a very problematic situation. Because I have no interest in pitting white people, I have no interest in feeling sorry for them, I have no interest fighting for them and their white supremacy. I don't, because I'm the victim of the situation. My only role and business here is to fight them. So to be honest, marrying a white man at all, I see that as a problem already. And it is a problem. Because there's no white person who's going to actually fight his own race. They're not going to do that. Because why haven't they been able to do that until now? All these wars that do around here, joining you people, not white people, they are two-sided. They're here with you, but they're also there with the white supremacy people. They have never been completely, I reject white supremacy and I want it gone. No, they never do it, because they love and they're loyal to their whiteness. So there's no way you can actually be married to a white person and still successfully fight, destroy, and dismantle white supremacy. I honestly think that's impossible. I honestly think that is impossible. It's a very problematic situation to put yourself into. Honestly, I do. And to me, fighting white supremacy, dismantle and destroy it all together is my calling in this life. If there's anything I'm certainly going to do in this lifetime, it's destroying, dismantling, getting rid of white supremacy altogether. And I don't see how this Prince William is going to actually perfectly fit into this, because he's white. And I have a very bright future in Namibia, having a kingdom there. This is a very wealthy land here, great people. The wealth of Germany is Namibia's wealth. There's a very bright, brilliant, astonishing, flourishing future for me in Namibia than here. Honestly, it is. But no, you don't have any business going around fighting white people, understanding white people, whatnot, when you're the victim of the situation. You don't. And you don't owe them nothing here. You don't. It's their problem, their situation, their responsibility, basically. Not mine or any non-white person here. We have no business campaigning for equal rights. We have no business campaigning for equality. We have no business being so soft and cute to them that we are all one with the same understanding. I love you and I don't love you. I cannot love you with your white supremacy. I just can't. Sorry, I can't. But that's basically it for you guys.